Live, you guys. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Ronnie Pugs back again with another video for you guys. I can't believe I'm here making this video today. The 1,000 subscriber special. That is crazy to say. I know it doesn't seem like a large number, and I've said that multiple times, but it means something to me. Wolf Cool, what's going on? Let me pull up the chat on my computer real quick since I'm live streaming through my phone. 3 people in here already. Jeremy, what's going on, man? Let me see if I remember how to get to the live streaming. Why is Connor... I'm not answering that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on either. Let's see. Please wave all YouTube. Let me get the pop-out chat and we should be good. Thanks, Radioactive. What's going on, Tom? Ilias, is that how you say it? What's going on, man? Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Yeah, I guess it does. But listen, you guys, hold off on the questions right now because the purpose of today's video, I said last week when we hit 1,000, thank you guys again. I said that last week that I wanted to do a Q&A stream for this, so I have all the questions right here that were pulled up on Twitter, so surprisingly it's a decent amount, so I want to get these questions out the way first, and then after that I'll definitely answer what y'all got to say, but I don't know, we can start it in like 3 minutes when it's 11:20, it's 11:17 right now it says, but you know, there is some decent questions in here, some pretty good ones too. I definitely want to get these ones out of the way first since these guys were the first to do to answer the questions, and then I can definitely get into the chat after with you guys. What's going on, Waro? But I definitely want to get these questions out the way first. I tried to get everyone's question. I'm pretty sure I got everyone's question. If he asked me today, I didn't get the question because I checked. Marshall, what's going on? Thanks, Waro. You just hit 1,000 too, bro. Shout out to Waro boy. It seems like you, me, and the mental gamer all hit 1,000 at the same time. That's pretty cool, or at least around the same time. Oh shit, let me see. What's going on, Nate? But y'all, I want to get these questions out the way. We'll start in a second. I can just get some people in here. I can't believe there's 10 people in here already, and we just started 11 people, it says. Thank you guys so much for the support, man. It really means a lot that there's 1,000 people that I've never met in person that want to sit here, have me talk about Spider-Man. Bio, what's going on? Damn. Hold off on the questions, Flaming, because I want to get these questions out the way first, and then I'll definitely answer everybody's questions after that. But I think that might be one of the questions in here anyway, so I definitely want to get all the questions out the way first. Again, thank you guys so much. It's crazy that people that I don't even know want to sit here and listen to me talk about Spider-Man, review Spider-Man, give my thoughts on Spider-Man and stuff, any Spider-Man related properties, so thank you guys again. Thank you guys so much for that. So I guess we got a decent amount of people in here to talk about Spider-Man. We're about to get into the Q&A. There's some Spider-Man related questions up here. Spider-Man PS4, like any other Spider-Man stuff. I'm definitely going to talk about that, you guys. So I guess we can get straight into it right now. Let's get into these questions. The 1,000 subscribers Q&A video. I asked y'all to ask me some questions on Twitter. I got all of them right here again. Shout out to Belgium. Let's get straight into the video, man. So first question. It's actually multiple ones. Not first question, actually. First person to ask a question is Darkside Bill. You guys all know Bill. He's in the chat. If you're in the Spidey Squad chat Far From Home that I'm in with Meds and everybody else, he's in that chat. I talk often with him. His first question is, what motivated you to start a YouTube channel? So this was like, I wanted to do this a little bit before Spider-Man Homecoming came out, and I just wasn't doing anything at the time. I just wasn't doing anything at the time, and like I was bored. I wasn't doing anything, so these are since like 2012 when the Amazing Spider-Man came out. This is all I was watching on YouTube was like comic book related videos and stuff. This is where I got all my news and stuff. I really got to thank the Amazing Spider-Man films for getting me like into the whole like Spider-Man YouTube scene for this. But I wanted to do this because I was just tired of doing nothing. I had a group of friends. I wasn't really hanging out with them that much anymore. I was doing absolutely nothing. So I figured, why don't I go start a YouTube channel? And then, because I wanted to do something too. I wanted to get out there. There's people, I'm 20. There's people my age that are like in the NBA and stuff, NHL, stuff like that. So I figured that don't eat yourself. I figured that I can like start something up, and I like talking about this. I like Spider-Man. Not a lot of people I know in real life like Spider-Man, so it's fun to be able to talk to people about this. And then his second question is, what are your plans for this channel after Spider-Man PS4 launches? So I'm definitely going to do a playthrough. I don't know if I'm going to do it my first time, because if I do that, if I stream it or something through the PS4, people might comment spoilers. Thanks, Nate. I'm glad you like to watch it, but I'm definitely going to play it first by myself. I'll probably live stream my first thoughts on it, or give like a quick review, my first thoughts and everything. I'm definitely going to do that. Uh, after I beat the game once, whatever alternate suit I like the most, if I have an alternate suit, I'm gonna replay the game in that suit, similar to what I did with the Amazing Spider-Man just recently, and what we're gonna be doing with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 soon, which I have to record today. And the same thing we did with spoilers by you, like anything. Like let's just say someone joins the chat, they're let's just say someone joins the chat, they're further in the game than I am, and they're like, "Oh, did you hear that? The mystery villain is the Spot." It's not the Spot, I'm just saying, but I would be pretty mad if someone did that. I don't want to get spoiled. So I'm definitely going to play the game first, or if I do stream it, I might have to turn the chat off for the first time I stream it. I don't know you guys, but another plan I have, since in a month I'm going to be going to college, I'm going to be living in a dorm room and everything, most likely with somebody I don't know, and not a lot of people know I do videos in person because I like to keep that low key. Um, with that, I'm probably going to be doing a lot more face-to-face videos like this, instead of just talking over a microphone. I might get into some vlog type videos where I just talk about whatever topic and it's face-to-face, whatever. I'm definitely going to be getting into that. And it's kind of weird that I was thinking of doing this, and then Comic Book Cast has been doing stuff like that recently, but that's definitely what I'm going to try to do. I'm probably going to switch up my video style, where instead of just pictures, it's going to be gameplay for the game. So for instance, let's say I want to talk about some Spider-Man Far From Home news. I'm going to be probably playing the game, just like free roaming around the city. I'm talking over gameplay using like the homemade suit or the Iron Spider suit or something. So I am definitely going to switch the style up on the videos, since it is, I'm definitely going to switch the style up on the videos for that. What else? So expect more face-to-face videos like this, not necessarily streams, but just expect more face-to-face videos coming. I gotta get another editing program, because the editing program I use right now, I can't do like overlay images. That's why when I do like gameplay and stuff, it just cuts to the image, cuts back to the gameplay. We're gonna get into that, Elias. But yeah, definitely expect more face-to-face videos. I'm probably going to switch it up where I'm just using gameplay instead of pictures, so definitely expect something like that. So let's say like I want to review or I want to talk about Spider-Man 2. I'll probably just play Spider-Man 2 in the background. So guys, hold off on the questions right now, because I just want to get these ones out the way first, because these guys were the first to respond. I do appreciate that you guys want to ask questions, but it's kind of hard to keep up with the chat when I'm answering these ones and then you guys are talking too. But definitely after we finish this, I will get into whatever questions you guys want to ask. So then the next question that Bill has is, what do you do in your spare time besides YouTube? Absolutely nothing. Like, this is all I care about doing for real right now. I don't know when it kicked in that this is all I want to do, but I just don't want to do anything else. Like, I feel like I'm not being productive if I don't do something like this. Like, if I have the chance to, like today, I have the chance, I don't have school today, I don't got work today, so if I have the chance to make a video, I definitely want to. If I have the chance and I don't, like, I get upset because I feel like I wasted time and everything. But aside from that, things I enjoy, like hobbies, I'm into sports a lot. I like looking at sports jerseys. I like watching them. I watch every sport, like the big four at least. Uh, I used to play hockey and basketball a lot, but I don't really do that anymore. I just don't have time, and plus I would rather do something productive like this. So it's mainly YouTube is just all I'm into, and then whatever schoolwork I got to do, I get done. That way I can get like the grades up and whatever. But that's definitely what I do. Like, I definitely look at a lot of non-comic book stuff. Like, you guys might think that my life revolves around I sucked at hockey and gym. Nobody in my I live in the South, so nobody in my area when I was in high school or middle school knew how to play hockey. So I was just dusting the floor with everybody, bro. It was crazy because it's not popular here, even though there's a minor league team that's affiliated with the NHL, like 20 minutes away from where I live. Not a lot of people like it, which is crazy. And I live in Virginia. The Capitals just won the Stanley Cup, and yet I don't see a lot of Capital stuff like I do with like Redskin stuff or anything like that. But aside from that, I'm really in the sports. I honestly just don't do anything if I'm not doing this. Like I try to put all my time into doing this. And then he also asked, what music do I like? So during middle school and stuff, like elementary school, when I first moved back to the U.S., I was really into like rap music and stuff, like whatever was on the radio, like the 2007 to like 2009, like the rap music that was on the radio at that time. Those are the classics in my opinion. I don't know, man, but my favorite type of music is rap. I do like a lot of classic rock, classic heavy metal stuff, not like any new heavy metal stuff. I used to be deep into like Nirvana and stuff like that in middle school and stuff, but then I started listening to rap a lot more. Favorite rapper is Eminem because that was like the first ever like musician I heard that was like real music. My mom used to play the Eminem show in the car when I was like 5, which you probably shouldn't be playing that for a little kid, but I think I turned out all right. So Eminem's my favorite rapper. I'll give my top 5. I'll give my top 5. So it's probably Eminem, Nas, Joey Badass, Kanye, and Pusha T. Pusha T is from the area that I live in currently, and we went to the same middle school. Obviously not at the same time, but he went to the same one that I went to, so that's pretty cool. And I drive past like the neighborhood that I'm pretty sure it is the apartment area that he's from. I drive past it like every day going to school, so that's pretty cool. I never like been out there, but I see it. And then he asked me what is my favorite aspect of the Spidey Squad. So it's kind of crazy too because when I started this channel, like I wasn't Spidey Squad. Like I don't think anybody knew of me up until I dropped that Funko Pop video, and then I was just watching Evan's Friend or Foe video one day, and he ended up saying, Spidey Squad member Ronnie Pugs dropped a video on the Funko Pop because that video blew up. I honestly didn't want to make that video because it's a bobblehead. Like who cares, But I felt like I should report on it because nobody else was reporting on it, so I saw the opportunity to do it. That video at the time was the fastest to get to 1,000 views that I had at the time. I think I had less than 100 subscribers, but Evan definitely saw that video. I dropped a video on like the landmarks or the free roaming wish list, like the things I want to see in free roaming. I dropped that one and somebody said, you should send this to the Spidey Squad. And I was like, I'd rather have them just notice me by myself. And then Evan ended up commenting on that video. That same comment that I just said, he replied to it saying I did a good job. But I didn't ask to be in it or anything, but the thing I like about it is that anybody can be in it. There's bonfires in northern London or Ireland? Huh, I didn't know about that. Maybe Meds knows something about that. I'll answer the questions in a second, y'all. I want to get these ones out the way, so just hold up on the question. Brad, what's going on? But the thing I like about the Spidey Squad is that it's all a community because even before Spider-Man PS4, there was a decent Spider-Man community on YouTube. See you later, Ilias. I appreciate you for joining. Thanks, man. But there was a decent like following for like Spider-Man movies and stuff on YouTube, even with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 game. Y'all know back in the day how it was. You had Seven Webheads, Venom. Those are the OGs, and Daily Bugle Spidey, and of course Comic Book Cast and Hybrid Network and stuff. So I think like I enjoy the Spidey Squad because anybody can be in it. It's not like you got to sign up or anything to be in it. And that's what I like about it. I don't think of the Spidey Squad as a group. I think of it as the community. So if you're excited for Spider-Man PS4, you're automatically in the Spidey Squad. That's what I think. And I know they say you got to interact with the community and everything, but to me, it's the Spidey Squad is just the name of the community for Spider-Man PS4. Like I don't think of it as like a single group. I just think of it as the Spider-Man community on YouTube. Sort of like you got the 2K community, Madden community and everything like that, Fortnite community. I just think of the Spidey Squad as the name of the Spider-Man PS4. That's just what it's called. And I know there is people that aren't in the Spidey Squad, but that's just what I would generalize it as. And I do appreciate that, like anybody could be in it, because Evan, dude's got 20K subscribers. You look at other channels, they got 20K subs. They don't have time to like check out other people's stuff. But I don't know who runs the Spidey Squad Twitter, but He literally like, if it is Evan or anybody else, he just like he puts videos out there. You can have like 4 subscribers. You make a Spider-Man PS4 video, that Twitter page will share it. That's the cool thing about this. So I do appreciate how it's an open community. And it's not a big community, obviously. I definitely think it'll get much bigger after Spider-Man PS4 comes out. Yeah, Spidey Bugle for sure. And but I like the fact that it's open. You don't got to sign up or anything like that. It's open. I'm in a group chat with everyone. Like everybody like likes each other that I know. No one really has any issues with each other or anything. Yeah, he is an OG. He's a founding member. If I I do think Insomniac is gonna put a Spidey Squad Easter egg in there because when Evan was playing the game with Brian, when they were looking for those backpacks and everything, Brian was like, oh, they took it out the game, and then he just patted Evan and was like, there's something in there you're really gonna like. So I think it is a Spidey Squad Easter egg. Maybe in the game universe, it's like the fan club for Spider-Man or something. Man, that's pretty crazy. So I do like that everybody knows about the Spidey Squad. It's an open community. Anybody can join. The developers know about it. I do enjoy that part. I took forever on that question. And then he says, this is still Bill. He says, are there any YouTubers you look up to and you would want to collab with? So, YouTubers I look up to. My top 5 favorite YouTubers probably right now, the Hockey Guy, Soluminati. This isn't counting Spider-Man people. Shit, who else? The Hockey Guy, Soluminati. I want to say Post to Post too. I know I'm gonna forget someone. That's the crazy thing. I'm gonna forget someone I really like. Ty the Guy and damn DDG. I don't watch DDG stuff, but I fuck with his I got a really nice message I gotta read in a second, but any big YouTubers. My favorite big YouTuber is probably Soluminati. He's got 700K. He's from Michigan. I really enjoy his videos, and like he's just like watching his videos. If y'all know who he is, he's just like changed my attitude. Like that's the thing. Like I don't care what people say anymore or anything. Like he's just changed my attitudes watching his stuff. But my favorite like daily vlogger is Ty the Guy, and it's kind of crazy because before he was YouTube full time, he worked at the same store I was working at. Not the same exact store because he lived in Atlanta. I'm in Virginia, but it was the same company. Same with DDG. And that he's got 3 channels with 1 million subscribers, and he does music. Like, he's living it. Dude's same age as me too, but anyone I want to collab with. So obviously, Jack Johnson is Spider-Man. Is that Spider-Ham? I don't know. But YouTubers I want to collab with, definitely people in the Spidey Squad. You know, I'm not really one to do collabs because I don't want to just put anybody on my channel and then like I don't fuck with you. Like I want to like collab with somebody that I've had conversations with. I feel like I know them on a personal level. I would collab with Evan because that dude's the head of the Spidey Squad and stuff. I would definitely collab with him. I'm not gonna ask him for a collab because he's a bigger channel. I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather have him ask me. Same with Venom. Like I want to collab with Venom. I've been watching Venom videos since 2012. I would love to collab with Venom. I know I'm a mod in his chat. Collab with Ariana Grande. Shit, I wish. I know I'm a mod in his chat. He follows me on Twitter and Instagram. I don't know if he watches the videos, but 2 main people like in the Spider-Man community I want to collab with are Venom, Evan. I do want to collab with the Mental Gamer because he was like the first like YouTuber with more subscribers than me to give me a chance. Like the Mental Gamer's been with this channel since less than 50 subs, and he didn't even have 100 at the time. I think, I'm not sure, but he gave me a chance when no one else was giving me a chance, like big YouTubers. And I definitely want to collab with Waro Boy too. So if any of them want to collab, I'm open. I'm not gonna ask them though. Nick Cage, spiders in my eyes. I mean, Venom's car video, I don't care. Like that's their opinion. It's not gonna change my opinion on buying the game. They're just being real. Like if I went up on the street and asked someone about Spider-Man PS4 and they're not Spider-Man fans, I'd probably get the same response. You know, I'm not gonna be upset because they don't like the game because I like the game. I don't care. I thought the shit was funny when his friend was like, I might buy it. When the price dropped, I thought that shit was funny. I don't know, man. I heard it was a big beef on Twitter though. I don't care about it. It's his video. And then Bill's last question, I know is this the Krusty Krab? No, this is Patrick. But Bill's last question was, what is the first thing you will do in Spider-Man PS4 after the tutorial mission is over and you have free reign? I'm definitely going to Madison Square Garden. If you guys don't know what that is, it's the real life arena in New York. The Knicks play there, the Rangers play there. It's only been in one Spider-Man game. It was in Spider-Man 2. That's where you fight, that's where, not fight Mysterio, that's where you do the Quentin Beck challenges. That's definitely where I'm going first. And it's in the game. You can't see it that much, but people have pointed it out on like Reddit and Twitter and stuff that they found it within the city. That's definitely where I'm going first. After that, I'm probably going to the Flatiron Building because I think they said Peter will have certain dialogues around the city, like at landmarks he goes to. So I know like the Flatiron Building doesn't have anything to do with this Spider-Man since it's not the Daily Bugle. So I'm definitely gonna check it out there and see if they say anything like, oh, this looks familiar or something, or like he's like, oh, this would be a great spot for a new Daily Bugle or something. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Yeah, I did hear about Central Park. Let me get some water, y'all. But first thing I'm doing when I can free roam around the city, probably just test the swinging out for like 20 minutes, visit Madison Square Garden, and then go to the Flatiron Building. Avengers Tower too, of course. But those are all the questions from Bill. Thank you, Bill. I'm linking everybody's questions that ask questions on Twitter down below, so you guys can definitely go check those out. Or if you did ask questions, you get recognition. So next question coming up from Dat Lone Shark 2, or Dat One Lone Shark 2. He asked me for my favorite Spider-Man event, and he linked some pictures of Steve Ditko with the post. So I don't know if he's talking about my favorite Steve Ditko post, rest in peace, but I don't know if he's talking about that or just like my favorite Spider-Man event in general. But I think my favorite Ditko story has to be it's either If This Be My Destiny, where he lifts up everything. That's probably my favorite one because, like, you know, Spider-Man has to do that stuff, you know. He doesn't want to do it, but it's his responsibility, and that's just, it's inspiring, you know. But aside from that, my favorite Spider-Man event? Thanks, Lane. But my favorite Spider-Man event? That's a tough one, man. I do like Spider-Man, the first one. I'm gonna go with Shattered Dimensions. I know it's a video game, but it's also an event. Spider-Man No More is also a good one too. My school's library has like a big like stack of like classic Spider-Man issues. They're in black and white, but I read that one. I do like Spider-Man No More. So that was a tough question, that one Lone Shark, but I do appreciate you for commenting on them or asking them. It might be good. It might be good. The Sony universe. He might turn Spider-Man negative. I know it does suck we can't go over to the Statue of Liberty, but at least we're getting like a real big Manhattan. I'm doing good, Jeremy. Thanks. You're the second Jeremy to join today. And then, guys, next question coming up is from Bro Gaming _14. I actually just saw his question that he asked Brian Intihar in another video. He said, what suit power do you want to see most in Spider-Man PS4? And that's also a tough question because we don't know about the suit powers currently. I do have some ideas for suit powers. I said in my top 5 must-have suits and suit ability videos that for some reason blew up. I said for the Raimi suit I wanted unlimited gadgets, but everybody was commenting saying that's OP. Which I do understand that, but it is a single-player game, and you can also swap the abilities out. So if you don't want to use that, don't use it. But I do understand it's OP now that a lot of people were talking about it. So I guess it's not a popular choice, but suit powers I want to see the most. I was thinking faster wall crawling because when I first saw like the gameplay footage from E3, the demo, the wall crawling was so slow, man. It's not like in Spider-Man 2 where it had the sprint. It was just so slow to me. So I do want to see faster wall crawling as one of the suit perks, because it looks like it's going to be substituted for wall running in the game. So I definitely want to see that in the game. I want to see faster wall crawling, whatever suit it is. The lizard design is cool. So thank you for the question, Bro Gaming. I definitely want to see faster wall crawling with one of the suits. Next up is from Big Ethan75. He said, which Spider-Man cartoon is the most nostalgic to you and why? And I'm pretty sure someone else in the chat also asked that also asked that question. So I will get into that one. My favorite Spider-Man cartoon is the 1994 animated series. I love that one. What's going on, DJ? Thank you for joining. But in my opinion, that's the best one. I know people say Spectacular is the best one. The 94 anime series is the best one in my opinion. I like the animation more than I like other Spider-Man cartoon animations. Christopher Daniel Barnes does a great job at Peter Parker Spider-Man. He is the Spider-Man voice for animation in my opinion. He's better than Josh Keaton, and I know I'm going to get some hate for that, but man, that show is just great. It was the longest running Spider-Man show, if I remember, before Ultimate Spider-Man, but we're not going to talk about Ultimate Spider-Man, obviously, but that is my favorite one. It's most nostalgic to me because the Raimi films were my first introduction to Spider-Man, and at the time they were releasing like DVDs for they were releasing like DVDs at the time for like Spider-Man 2002. They released like Spider-Man versus the Green Goblin, so they released like a ton of Green Goblin episodes that came out at the time for the anime series, and that was the first Spider-Man. That was the second ever Spider-Man exposure I saw aside from the movie, so that's why it's most nostalgic to me. My favorite episodes have to be the Venom Saga and the finale, the Clone Saga and everything in there. Those are probably my favorite episodes in there. I do like what they did with the girl who writes Spider-Man letters and went over his origin and everything. But my favorite ever episodes in that series is the Venom Saga. In my opinion, that's the best Venom story that's been in like animation or film or TV or anything like that. So thank you for the question, Big Ethan. Next question by someone in the chat, my boy Meds. You guys know Meds. He's a mod here right now. He just said, I respect that. He asked me, what is your favorite Spider-Man supporting character? And that one's tough. That one is also pretty tough. I would say for allies, not counting superheroes. Oh man, that one's tough. I would have to say it's Harry Osborn, specifically the James Franco Harry Osborn. That one's my favorite. That's a tough one, man. For enemies, I would say it's Eddie Brock, because Venom is my favorite villain, so I would say Eddie Brock, but that's definitely what I would think. It's a tough one, man. I do like the ultimate version of Mary Jane, how she's with Spider-Man. She's okay with Spider-Man being who he is. I know in the comics, he is fantastic as Harry. I know in the comics, Mary Jane, they break up at one time, but I do like her in the Ultimate Comics a lot. I think she's a good supporting character. So thank you for the question, Meds. I appreciate that you're in the chat and everything. You're in almost every stream, bro. I really appreciate it for that one. Shout out to Meds, you guys. And also, the World Cup game is today. So shout out to the World Cup. Best superhero is Daredevil. Radioactive. So the next one coming up is from Mr. Part. Of course, you guys know Mr. Part. Like, the only collab on my channel is with Mr. Part. And he's got 3 questions. He's got me, what is your favorite What If comic? And I have it with me, but like the way I have it stored, I gotta move a ton of stuff, so I didn't really want to do that, but it's a recent... What'd you hide, Tom? But my recent, it's a recent What If. It's not like one of the classic What Ifs, but it's what if Norman Osborn had the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm not gonna spoil that story. You guys can probably find it on eBay and stuff. The cover's dope as hell. Excuse me. It's got the Green Goblin with the Infinity Gauntlet. You guys gotta read that story. I'm not gonna spoil it. There's a twist ending. Make sure you guys read that one, but that one's my favorite. He also asked me, why do you like the Alex Ross Spider-Man suit so much? Now, that one, I've gotten into that video a lot. I think the main factor into me liking it is that it was supposed to be for the Raimi trilogy. It was going to be a completely new design, in my opinion, that looks better than the classic Spider-Man suit from the comics. Maybe not the movie suit, but it looks better than like the classic suit, because although I do like the classic suit, you have all these other suit designs. It's like the classic suit is boring. You got all these other suit designs. But I also like it because I love black and red on a Spider-Man suit. Spider-Man suit was originally black and red. They just put blue highlights on it, kind of like how Venom's purple or like Venom's blue in some issues. That's basically how they did it. But I do like it because it's like a clean looking suit too. The eyes are reflective. I like the web shooters, and I like the fact that on the wrist, it's got like the symbiote web shooters on there. And I don't know, man, it's just a clean looking suit. And I like the mystery behind it, that it was almost in the Raimi films, and it was also the first ever alternate Spider-Man suit I was introduced to thanks to playing the Raimi movie games. So thank you for the question on that one, Mr. Part. And he's got one more. He said, what Spider-Man game do you want to go back and play again? I've never beaten Web of Shadows, so I definitely want to go back and play that one. But for ones that I can play right now that I do want to go back and play, it's definitely Spider-Man 3 for the PS3. I know that game gets a lot of hate, but that's one of my favorite Spider-Man games. When I was younger, I couldn't have that game because I couldn't afford the PS3 at the time, and even the cover for the game too, like it's so cool. Like the collector's edition, which is what I bought now, since I got my own money from my job. But I bought it on eBay. I got the full collector's edition, like original packaging and everything. The cover's just so cool, and I remember like in the store when I was younger, like they had the big ass Spider-Man 3 game display. It was just so cool to me, and my friend at the time had the game. The graphics in that game, just the way it looks amazing to me. I love the city in that game and everything too. In my opinion, that's the most detailed city of any Spider-Man game. It's got all the landmarks, all the bridges and everything. I really like the city in there. And it's just like, I couldn't have it when I was younger, and I had it for the Xbox 360. When I eventually got the Xbox 360, it's just a fun game to play, you guys. I know it gets a lot of hate, but the only thing I don't like about the game is the story. The story is hard as hell. The Kingpin boss fight I'm stuck on. I haven't picked up the game since. When I was younger, I was stuck on the Kraven boss fight forever, and it's kind of funny. Whenever to replay the game, I finished it first try. That's pretty crazy. But I do appreciate your questions, Max. I appreciate you for being supportive, doing the podcast with me and everything. I can call you a friend. Like, that's the thing. Like, I feel like I know you on a personal level. So thank you for the suggestions, man. And make sure you guys go check out his videos. He's been dropping a lot of good videos recently. So you guys go check out Mr. Part. He's in the featured channels on my channel if you guys want to go check him out. Why would they make a yellow black cat suit, Tom? It's the black cat, not the yellow cat. And the next one coming in is from Min Spooter. He asked me, are you excited for Spider-Man Far From Home? What are your theories? Do you like dogs? Yes. My name is Pugs, after all. I've had a pug ever since I was a little kid. Even before I was born, my family had a pug. And right now I have a pug mixed with a chihuahua, so I've only had pugs. But Min Spooter, he asked me, are you excited for Spider-Man Far From Home, and what are your theories? I am excited for it. I don't necessarily like the idea that he's not in New York, because I do want to see Spider-Man swinging through Manhattan. I think it is interesting that he's overseas and stuff like that, but I am excited for it. I wanted Mysterio in the films forever. I'm finally glad he's in the films, and apparently Vulture's going to be returning. They're setting up the Sinister Six, most likely for Spider-Man 3. I don't really have any theories on it. I think, I don't really have any theories right now, but I definitely think they're setting up the Sinister Six for the third film, if you think that's a theory. I think this film's going to have the second half of the Sinister Six, and the third film's going to be the grand finale. And they're going to do a Spider-Man trilogy after that, focused on Spider-Man versus Norman Osborn. I'll answer the questions in the chat in a second, you guys. I got to get these ones out the way first, because these guys were first. But I do appreciate that you guys are asking questions, and thank you for the question, Min Spooter. Thank you, Theo. And this one's coming up from, his Twitter name is Nah, and it's got a cigarette and a leaf next to it. I have no idea. Can you show us your pug? She's upstairs right now, but towards the end of the stream, I'll get her. She's upstairs right now, but these two questions are coming in from Nah. He said, future villain stories you want to see from the MCU Spider-Man in his solo films. I definitely want to see Venom and Carnage. I know they probably can't do it because of the Venom film, but we'll see what happens from there. I do want to see the Hobgoblin. I really like his suit. I think if they do Spider-Man 4, 5, and 6 focused on the Osborns, that they should do the Hobgoblin first, and then Norman Osborn in the second film's like, oh, alright, fine, I'll do this shit myself, like Thanos. So I definitely want to see the Hobgoblin. That's probably like my number one villain. I want to see Tombstone. I really like Tombstone for some reason. And I would rather, I'd rather see him as a villain in Luke Cage, to be honest, but I don't know if they can do that because of the rights. And I still haven't finished Luke Cage Season 2. I'm on like episode 8, but Tombstone and the Hobgoblin are the two villains I want to see the most. And then his second question is crossovers, interactions you want to see in the MCU with Disney buying Fox in the future when X-Men and Fantastic Four eventually come back. Thanks, N6. I'm glad you're in here. I definitely want to see his interaction with Wolverine, Johnny Storm, like that. I have two videos out. How the Fox deal could impact Spider-Man with the Fantastic Four, and how the Fox deal could impact Spider-Man with the X-Men. Those are some old ass videos when I was using a different mic and my editing style wasn't perfected like how it is now. So if you want the answer to that question, I would go back and watch that one because I can't remember it that much. It's a shameless plug, but I do appreciate you, Nah, for interacting on Twitter and stuff and wanting me to answer these questions. So thank you. And the next one coming up from fellow podcast member and OG to the channel, Real Super Sam. You guys go check out Sam's videos if you want classic comic reviews. He does some new comics, but he also does classic comic reviews. So definitely go check those out if you guys want. He does like the old school Fantastic Four, old school like DC stuff, old school Spider-Man 2. He asked me, what new series on your channel will you be doing in the future? So like I said at the start of the video, I want to get more face-to-face videos like this, especially since that's probably how I'm going to have to do videos when I go to college. At least for the first like 2 months, because I'm going to be dorming with somebody I don't know most likely. And I don't know like if he's going to be cool with me doing videos the way I do, but I'm definitely going to stream in the room. Don't get it twisted. Like, what's he going to do? I'm playing a video game. And I think the guy will be cool with it either way if I tell him, but after that, I'm probably going to be dorming with one of my friends, like the only friend I have left. I'm definitely going to dorm with him, and I know for a fact he'll be cool with like me doing classic videos, so I'll definitely do that. I'll answer the questions in a second, Wolfcool. I'm getting these questions out of the way first. I'll answer them after. So just hold off on the questions right now. I want to get these guys first because they were first. But I was thinking of doing like a lot more ranking videos like I did with ranking the Spider-Man actors. I want to rank some other Spider-Man stuff. I want to review all the Spider-Man films. I want to do audio commentaries if I get that stuff figured out. I want to do my own audio commentaries with a select group of people for the Spider-Man films and whatever films have Spider-Man in them, like Civil War, Infinity War. I want to do stuff like that. When Spider-Man PS4 comes out, expect a lot more Spider-Man PS4 videos. Like I just said, I'm going to switch the style of videos up soon. I'm going to be using like gameplay instead of just images or like footage. I'm going to be using my own gameplay and stuff. I do want to get in the vlogs. Now, y'all, let me know here real quick. Let me know in the chat. I'm going to get up for a second after this, but do y'all want to see vlogs? I put a poll on Twitter a while back saying, do you want to see vlogs? And a lot of people voted yes. But would you rather see them on this channel or another channel? I don't really want to make another channel for this. I feel like people would still watch the vlogs, which is also why I want to do the face-to-face interaction more. That way you're here more for the personality than just me talking. So, because me talking right now, it's like completely different than what I do with, it's completely different from like how I script, because I try to sound like professional and stuff. I don't talk the way I do when I do the scripts. So if you guys want to see it on this channel, spam a 1. I'm going to get up real quick. I'll be back in a second. But if you want to see them on this channel, I'll show you the pug after this. Her name is Muffin. But I'll go get her, actually, since I'm getting up. But spam a 1 in the chat if you want to see them on this channel. Let me get up real quick. Okay, I'm back. So whoever was asking for my dog, this is her. Her name is Muffin. It looks so weird right now, but her name's Muffin. She's a pug mixed with Chihuahua. If you're wondering why her feet are like that, it's because she has arthritis, and she can't move by herself. So I have to pick her up and take her places. It is sad, but I have to live. I have to live with it. I wouldn't want any other dog. Like this is the dog I want. I love her. So there's a lot of ones in the chat. So she looks dead. She was asleep when I picked her up. She was sleeping upstairs, but this is her. She's like 7 or 8. I've had her since I had her since she was a puppy, but she's a pug mixed with a Chihuahua. I've had pugs my entire life, like normal pugs. This is my first like mixed breed. And this is the only dog I have right now. She used to have a brother, but he's gone sadly. He died like a year ago too. Actually 2 years ago, so this is who I have right now. Her name's Muffin. It's kind of odd though, because she wants nothing to do with me. Thank you, Vice. She wants nothing to do with me when there's other people in the house. But when no one's home, she like cries so much that she wants to be with me. So I'm gonna put her in her bed right here, but I do appreciate that y'all want to see her. And I think it's because she's a mixed breed that that's why she has arthritis. Like she can't walk at all. Like I gotta pick her up and take her places. She looks sad. She looks good, man. Thanks, Meds. She used to be able to walk around and run and do whatever, but I think it's because she's a mixed breed. Like something's wrong with her genes, and she just got arthritis, and I gotta pick her up and take her places. But I mean, she does everything else fine. She just can't walk, sadly. So there's my dog. If y'all want to see it, yeah, I feel bad for her too, Jeremy, but she seems to be doing fine other than the arthritis. She's adorable. But she's a pug mixed with a Chihuahua, and I've had pugs ever since I was young. That's why the name's Ronnie Pugs. But she was asleep upstairs, now she's sleeping in this bed. I'm gonna read it after, Wolf Cool. I'm getting into these questions first. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. What's going on, Storm? So thank you for the question, Sam. I just answered the new series. So if you guys do want to see vlogs on this channel, I'll start dropping some vlogs. I'm probably going to be dropping them when I go into college, like when I'm living by myself at the dorm and stuff. And they're not just going to be me walking around like, oh, look at this, I'm going to the store today. It's not going to be like that. If there's like some Spider-Man Far From Home news comes out, I'll just talk about that in the vlog. So it'll be like a vlog type video. So I will definitely do some stuff like that. I got to get a camera. I'm using my phone right now. Any other real life video I've been doing, I've been using my phone, but I want to get a camera. It just looks more professional, you know? So I do appreciate that you guys want to see that, and those are the new series. And the next one comes from Otto Octavius himself, at Otto Octavius 4. He says, will you vote for Mayor Dickovich or Mayor Osborne? Now, I don't know. I don't want to get into my political opinions right now on the stream, but I will say, thanks, Sam. I just answered your question. But I will say both parties have good arguments. If Mr. Dickovich lowers the rent tax, he might have my vote. So there's my opinion on that. But thank you for that, Otto. What does that mean? Do a fan film. I would do a fan film, but I don't have money for it or friends that want to do that shit. My idea, I'm not going to say my idea actually, because if someone steals it, I'm going to be upset. But it's not a big idea, but still. But I do appreciate that, Otto and Sam, for the questions. Next up is from It's Your Boy YouTube. He says, is Spider-Man wearing pajamas or a onesie in your opinion? In my opinion, it's a onesie because pajamas, when I think about it, they're like baggy, they're like fleece material and stuff, like classic pajamas. So I definitely think it's a onesie. I don't have any friends that are interested in comics. That's why I came here to talk to y'all about this. But I do appreciate that question, It's Your Boy. I think it's a onesie. What do y'all think? Do you think it's a onesie or pajamas? I don't know. Why did you time him out, Tom? What did he say? Hold up. She's Miles Morales? Kirsten Dunst is Mean Girl, and Emma Stone is Girl with Face. I don't even know what that means, but... I don't think he should have been timed out. Hold up. Can I unban him? No, I can't. Sorry, dude. I have a math exam tomorrow. I have one on Tuesday. I gave a speech in front of a ton of people in my class yesterday. I thought I was... Tom, why are you hiding every comment? You don't need... Tom, you don't need to hide everything. Oh, shit. Alright, let's get back into the questions, you guys. So, I just answered What's Your Boys. I think he's wearing a onesie, in my opinion, instead of pajamas. Next one is from Chapel Mercury 75, Ethan. I'm pretty sure his name's Ethan. He lives in Michigan, one of the Michigan Spidey Squad members, so shout out to him. He's got 3 questions for me. He asked me what jobs have I worked, so... For a year, I worked at a shoe store, which was the money was alright. It's better than what my job's paying me now, I think. But then again, I was working more there. Actually, nah, fuck that. The money wasn't good. I worked there for a year. I got a 10-cent raise. I was making $7.25, fucking $7.35 or something like that. It was... Good luck on your math exams. Thanks, meds. But that job was a complete waste of a year of my life. I'm never working retail again. I'll work retail if I gotta do like stock or something, like in a big store like Walmart or Target. But I'm not doing I'm not working at a register anymore. You get treated like shit. You tell people that you tell people something you can't do, they will treat you like shit. You can't say anything back to them. Some guy called me an asshole because I wouldn't change the price because everybody in that store would like fuck up the store and like make it a big mess and put price tags in spots they weren't and items in spots that they weren't. And then I would get bitched at because, oh, I'm not gonna give you some $100 item for $20. And then some guy calls me an asshole. Really? I'm never working a register again. I will never do that again. Right now, I currently work at a grocery store. I don't have to deal with a lot of customers, even though they mainly talk to the cashiers, but I do gotta help some people out. I haven't really encountered anybody that's been like a jerk to me for no reason. I got a job at GameStop. Good for you. Get some Spider-Man PS4 copies. But I've never had... I mean, this job is alright. I'm quitting... I'm giving my 2 weeks next week because I'm going to school in August, and I really got to focus on that. What's going on, Zero? So I'm going to school in August, and I'm not going to be living like where I live now, so I'm going to be living like further away, so I'm not going to like drive like 30 minutes just to go to a job that's paying me like $8 an hour only. And plus, I've been saving since I've been working those 2 jobs, so I'm not going to have to work that much. I have everything I need. The school I'm going to has a meal plan that I already paid for, so I just swipe a card, and it tells me the amount of meals I can eat there. I'm probably gonna just be living off 20 a week. There's like nothing I gotta like buy really, and I have savings too. So in the summer, depending on where my life is, I would go back to the job I'm at currently, but I'm not doing what I do now because none of my coworkers help me out. I help out everyone else. I deadass help everyone else out. I keep to myself, but like I'm nice to people. Like I don't talk to people if they don't do their job or anything, and I know that probably sounds like I'm being an asshole or something, but I don't want to do everyone else's job and then act like I'm friends with the guy because that shit pisses me off. I shouldn't be doing everyone else's job just because no one else knows how to do it or they don't want to do it. But the job I work at, I like it. I have a good relationship with my manager and stuff. The work is slight as hell, and like you don't have to like do anything special for the work, but I know meds, but I kind of come off as one, I think, but just the work I do, it's real slight. It's easy. They work with my schedule. I basically write my own schedule there. If I need days off, they give me days off and everything. No questions asked. I do like it there. Depending on where my life is next summer, I will go back to that job, but I'm not doing what I do. I wanted to work like stock or something. But those are the jobs I work. School, I've been going to community college since late 2015. So the way it works where I live, you go 2 years at community college, and then from there you can transfer to any school. Like you get all your normal classes out the way and everything. That way it's cheaper too. So right now I'm in community college. Thank you, Adam. Right now I'm in community college. I'm going to an actual... I had a phone call. Okay, I'm live again. I took a phone call. I don't know if y'all heard it. Let me know if you're still in the chat. Yeah, Wolf Cool. Somebody called me because I'm streaming through my phone. Someone called me. Is it good now? I'm not gonna get back into the questions if people. Let me know if it's good. Hold on a second. Okay, we're good. Cool. All right, guys. What was I talking about? The school. So, I've been going to community college 2 years. I'm in my summer semester for community college right now, which is my last semester at that school before I transfer to an actual university this August. So I am kind of excited to do that. I wish I knew more people there, or I don't, something like that. But honestly, I'm just gonna keep to myself until my friends get there the following semester. I shouldn't even be going right now. I went for somebody else, but it's whatever. It's time for me to go, I guess. Uh, I'm gonna be living there. That's the thing. So hopefully the dude that I'm dorming with, I have to hit him up because I've been ignoring him because I've been trying to dorm with somebody that I was supposed to dorm with, but I guess it's not gonna work out. So I gotta like hit him up. He seems pretty cool. Like he hit me up first, talking about, oh, it looks like we're gonna be dorm mates, and then I just ignored him after that. So I gotta make sure we're still with him. I'm not gonna tell him I do videos. Like I'll get into it, but it's not something I have to tell him right now. I don't like telling people that I do videos. That's the thing. I like to keep it low key. Not a lot of people in real life know that I do videos, and then again, I don't know a lot of people in real life currently. You're living a double life. I know. I'm like Spider-Man. I got the secret life. But when I'm there, I already told myself in September, specifically September 7th through the 10th, that weekend, not leaving the dorm room at all. I'm playing Spider-Man PS4 forever. I'm definitely going to stream the videos. I might have to disable the chat or else, unless one of the mods in here want to mod the spoilers. Because if somebody spoils the game, you're getting banned. I'm sorry. They're laying the ban hammer down. I don't give a fuck. If you're going to spoil the game, and especially for me and people that haven't beat the game yet, you're getting banned. Simple. But and also Chapel Mercury, he asked, where do I want to be in YouTube? I want to do this for a career. I feel like I could do this for a career too. Like I've been grinding and grinding and grinding to get to these 1,000 subscribers. I get a ton of joy doing this. Like this is all I want to do right now. This is all I think about. I really don't want to go and hang out with anybody that I know. I know like 2 people now, but aside from just going to school and work, this is all I want to do. So I definitely want to make this a career. Like I'm passionate about talking to Spider-Man. I don't have a lot of people in real life. I never really knew anyone in person that I could talk to about Spider-Man. And now there's a ton of people that stay there, eat junk food. That's what I do now. Hold on, the chat came away, but I want to be at the point where I can do this for a living. That's my goal. So I do appreciate you asking that, Chapel Mercury. He makes videos too. You guys go check his videos out. I really appreciate it. He left me a message that I guess I can read it now. Okay, that's his video. I'm gonna retweet it. He just dropped the video now. You guys go check it out. Somebody just followed me. I'll follow you back after the stream. But I do appreciate those. Moving on from that, a surprise question from YN Section. I'm sure y'all know YN Section. He does all the Spider-Man gameplay videos, all the mods, the evolution of Spider-Man stuff. I actually didn't know that he watched the videos. That's pretty crazy. I know he joined the stream once. I thought he was just dropping by, but I guess he actually watched the videos. He's got a good question. My dog's moving around. But he's got a good question. He asked me, Marvel hinted that Peter will have a new mentor in Spider-Man Far From Home. Besides Iron Man and Captain America, which Avenger do you think would best fit the role? I honestly think War Machine could be a good one, especially if Tony dies, because he's like Iron Man, obviously. So I think it would be pretty cool to have War Machine in there because that's the second best person to Tony to have. And plus, War Machine, he's not in any movies really. He's just in the Avengers movies, Civil War, stuff like that. So put War Machine in there. I think that would be pretty cool. I know they said Doctor Strange won't be in the film, which is disappointing. I know Elizabeth Olsen said she wanted to work with Spider-Man, so I definitely could see Scarlet Witch in the film. I don't think of her as a mentor. Exactly, bro. He is the best web swinger on YouTube. I did all the races in Ultimate Spider-Man recently because he was doing the races. Like, and he has every one of them like Ultimate and stuff like that. So, thank you for the question, YN. I appreciate that you have time to watch my videos because I've been watching yours. I really appreciate that. I'm sure y'all all know who he is, and if you don't, go check him out. He does a lot of great videos. He does like mods, like evolutions. He'll do like a suit. For instance, he'll do like the Ben Riley Spider-Man suit, and he'll do like the Ben Riley Spider-Man suit in Ultimate Spider-Man, Web of Shadows, Edge of Time, Amazing Spider-Man 2. He does all that. It's pretty cool. So thank you for the question, YN. And I definitely think War Machine will be the mentor coming up. And next one is from Outlaws. Of course, y'all know Outlaws. He does the or Chunks on Twitter. He does the podcast with us. He's been in 2 episodes right now. He said my favorite comic book character besides Spider-Man. I'm gonna have to go with Daredevil because Daredevil was the second superhero I was ever introduced to thanks to his movie. So that's probably going to be the one that I like the most. He's like Spider-Man a lot. I actually really like the 2003 movie. I know a lot of people don't, and it's terrible by today's standards, but I do really like Daredevil a lot, especially the Spider-Man versus Daredevil DVD that came out for the 90s anime series. I really like his story a lot. He's also Catholic, and I'm Catholic too, so I can relate to him on that note. But he's a lot like Spider-Man. That's why I like him, and I'm glad that Nelson and Murdoch is going to be in Spider-Man PS4. I don't think they're going to appear, but it's still nice to just have a... Yeah, I do think he did do Daredevil justice, but I gotta say, although he is my second favorite superhero, I think Jessica Jones was a... I think Jessica Jones is my favorite one. My favorite series so far. And I could care less about Jessica Jones in the comics or anything. I just like her series. But thank you for that one, Outlaws. And the next one comes from Duck Hunter X with the Mr. Aziz name and profile picture on Twitter. He asked me pizza time. Maybe not yet. It is lunchtime, but maybe not yet. But thank you for the question, Duck Hunter. And we're getting... I do like Punisher. I like all the Netflix series. Especially, I like Iron Fist too. I know a lot of people don't like Iron Fist. It's got a bad score. I thought it was alright. I'm not big into Iron Fist like I am with the other characters, but I thought it was alright. It definitely wasn't terrible. And then we're getting close to the end of the questions here, you guys, and I'll start answering questions in the chat. Where's my rinse? I don't know where the rinse at, man. Next one's from Spider Ruse. He asked me, what's my name? Guess, LOL. I'm going to say, you look like a Josh. I think you're a Josh. Thank you for the question, bro. Next one is from Spiffy Waffles, who has a picture of a pug on his Twitter page. He asked me, what's my favorite Spider-Man costume as well as favorite villain? My favorite costume for like an official suit is the Alex Ross suit. I love that suit. You guys know I love that suit. So for an official suit, it's the Alex Ross suit. For like a homemade suit or like a prototype suit, it's the homemade suit from Spider-Man Homecoming. That suit embodies everything about Spider-Man. Like if I wanted to make that suit, I could. Like, it's a lot more relatable than the human spider suit too, because the human spider suit, you got to be good with like airbrushing and stuff. This one's just a hoodie with the spider logo markered on, so that is my favorite one so far. My 2 favorite suits, those are my 2 main suits. So thank you for the question, Spiffy Waffles. Next one is coming up from Cav Dell on Twitter. He asked for any suit that could be in Spider-Man PS4. If it's not the Alex Ross suit, it's the Sam Raimi suit, and you know, the Sam Raimi suit's just another iteration of the classic suit, and while I prefer other suit designs over the classic suit, the Raimi suit's my favorite iteration of the classic suit. The Superior Spider-Man suit too, obviously, their version of the classic suit where it's black and red and everything. I do want to see the Raimi suit. If it's not the Alex Ross suit, it's the Raimi suit I want to see the most. I don't know which version, either the 2002 version or the other versions. It doesn't matter to me, I just want to see them in the game. Thank you for the question. And next one's coming from MCDC Spidey889. He said, except Spider-Man, what is your favorite character design we've seen so far in Spider-Man PS4? I'm going to have to go with Electro because it's hard to make Electro look good. In the comics, they've done the scar thing on his face. It's looked pretty good, but it makes sense for this. Spectacular Spider-Man Electro, I don't like it at all. Amazing Spider-Man 2, I like the hoodie version, but like the actual suit they give him was kind of corny, especially that it has a lightning bolt on the side of the suit. Like, come on. But I do like how they made him like blue and like electricity and stuff. But I'm gonna say Electro. He's actually, this might be my favorite version of Electro so far. I like his voice. It's Josh Keaton. I like the accent they give him. I like his make a fan Spider-Man comic. I don't have time for that right now, man. But I'm gonna say Electro's my favorite character design. My least favorite, probably Scorpion. Web of Shadows Electro is pretty cool, but he's still like a corny looking. It's still kind of corny. It's definitely the best iteration of his classic suit, but it just looks odd to me. And then the last question, you guys, coming from a person I just met, that apparently I'm his source for Spider-Man news coming out now. Nolan Dean 27. He has his own YouTube channel. You guys go check that out. I'm gonna link everybody's comments down below and stuff. Well, not everybody's comments, but everybody's Twitter page. He asked me, who would you want to see as the Osborns in the MCU verse? And I can't answer that question sadly because I'm not good with fan casting. If you want to know something related, I thought if y'all want to know something related, I thought Michael Massey, the guy who's the Man in the Hat, I thought he would have made a great Norman Osborn. I don't know who it is. It could be anyone in my opinion, any skin color. I think they'll do a good job. I'm sure Marvel will cast somebody new, but I definitely want to see the Osborns in the MCU. I know they were talking about Tom Holland's friend being Harry Osborn. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I don't know who could play him though. I think they're doing casting choices for a high school student that's like pretty popular and everything, so it could be Harry Osborn. So who knows, man? We'll see. But that's going to be the end of the Twitter questions. Now I can get into all the questions you guys want to ask here. Thank you to everyone that commented these questions. I appreciate that people want to see me answer questions, talk about Spider-Man, Spider-Man PS4, review certain Spider-Man things. I appreciate you guys. You made it possible for me to have these 1,000 subscribers. So it really means a lot. 1,000 people I don't know want to watch me talk about Spider-Man. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to get up again real quick, and then after that, I'm going to answer any questions. So hold off on the questions. When I get back in the frame, we can answer the questions. So give me a second, you guys. And we are back, you guys. I had 1K subscribers. I wish I had 1K. You'll get there, Tom. Just keep making videos, dude. That's my advice. You got to be consistent. Can you name some of the best heroes and villains in the overall Marvel Universe that interacted with Spider-Man before? Daredevil, Johnny Storm, Wolverine. Pretty sure he's interacted with like everybody. I like Silk a lot. I really do like Silk. Do you think Spider-Man PS4 would be classic Doc Ock design, Ronnie? It might be. I think they're going to do their own original design based on the classic version, though. I'd much rather see like a Spider-Man 2 looking look. Do you think Uncle Ben will get a mention in Spider-Man Far From Home after Spider-Man fans want to see it in Homecoming? I think so. I think the reason they didn't do it in this is because it's just the first film in the franchise. I do think they will mention Uncle Ben. It's not going to be like, don't throw it in your face. Just be like, oh, you know what happened with May? Like they did in Homecoming, where Peter was like, after everything May's been through, like you assume that he was talking about Uncle Ben. I definitely think that's what they're gonna do. Who do you want to see in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Spider-Man Noir is in the movie. That's probably my favorite alternate Spider-Man. I don't think we're gonna see the actual movie actors in the game. I think we will see the suit versions. I think we will see their suits because you guys know the shot in the trailer. I want to see Spider-Man 2099, obviously. Ultimate Spider-Man would be pretty cool, but then again, it's just a classic Spider-Man, and he's dead in that universe, I guess. So my number one would be Spider-Man Noir. I do want to see Silk, and I think it would make sense if they're trying to make a Silk movie. Introduce Silk in this movie so people know who she is. Oh shit, it's kind of going fast. Would you rather have Tom in the MCU or Toby? Toby for sure. Nothing against Tom, but Toby is my favorite Spider-Man. That's the one I grew up with. His movies are the reason I'm here making these videos. Who would you rather see Uncle Ben? Would you rather see Uncle Ben as a flashback scene in Far From Home, or in one of Mysterio's illusions? I think it'd be pretty cool in his illusion, but then again, Mysterio's gonna have to know who Peter is. But maybe not a flashback. I want to see who they cast as him. Maybe they do like opening credits and it shows Spider-Man's origin in the MCU, which I thought they were gonna do that for Homecoming. They didn't do it. Spider-Man 3 didn't have Final Swing. That was unfinished CGI swing. I've seen that. What's your favorite theme song in a Spider-Man game? That one's tough. I will say Spider-Man the movie game, the first Raimi game, that has the best soundtrack of any Spider-Man film. From what we've heard so far in Spider-Man PS4, I really like the soundtrack in there. Soundtrack. I really like the soundtrack in there. It reminds me of the Raimi films. I really enjoy it. What are your opinions on the Amazing Spider-Man 1 having a dark tone? I think they did a good job with the film. I don't think they should have switched the tone in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I enjoy the dark tone. I know it's not for Spider-Man, but I enjoy it. Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man Noir, Scarlet Spider, even Spider-Ham. What are some of the things you want in Far From Home, alongside stuff they could fix or move from Homecoming? I don't want to see the AI, and I don't even think the directors want to see that. Because look at Infinity War. Homecoming established all this AI stuff, and the purpose of it was to, in my opinion, the purpose of it was to differentiate itself from the other Spider-Man films. You're telling me this Iron Spider suit that's made of armor and everything, it's got spider legs, it's got a ton of other extra stuff in it. You're telling me it doesn't have the AI? I don't think the Russos want to put the AI in the films. So I don't want to see the AI. I definitely want to see Spider-Man in Manhattan, because in Infinity War, when we saw like the brief moment of that, it really reminded me of the Raimi films. Like the way the films were shot, or the way the film was shot and everything, the colors, the aesthetic in New York, it really reminded me of the Raimi films. So I definitely want to see web swinging in Manhattan. Shit, what else is going on? Spider-Man 2 the game had Lizard in E3 2006 demo. Do you prefer that design? I mean, he just looks like the classic Lizard. He looks pretty good, but we don't know a lot about him. Ryan, do you like the main theme of Spider-Man PS4 or Celestial? I don't even know what that is, so I'm going to go with Spider-Man PS4. I can't leave vacation without my phone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody carries their phone with them, Tom. They already said the scenes are going to take place in New York and Far From Home. I hope it's in Manhattan. If you made a Spider-Man suit for Far From Home, what would it look like? It would look like the Ben Reilly Spider-Man design updated for the MCU, and they were actually looking for concept art, or they were doing concept art for a certain Spider-Man suit or designs. They have a lot of Ben Reilly inspired designs, and I was actually thinking, the news when Civil War was first coming out, they reported that Spider-Man would have 2 suits in the movie. One would be the homemade suit, and the other would be like the normal suit that he gets later in the film. I was assuming that they were going to do the Scarlet Spider suit and the Ben Reilly suit, because the Scarlet Spider suit in the comics is about as homemade as you can get, and they basically did that with the homemade suit in Spider-Man Homecoming. I think the homemade suit looks better than the Scarlet Spider suit, but they basically did that for the design. And I assumed that he was going to be using the Ben Reilly Spider-Man suit, because it's classic Spider-Man, but it's also different. Hey, the Mental Gamer's in here. What else is going on? Dark Knight or Spider-Man 2? Spider-Man 2, sure. If they brought Spider-Man in the Sam Raimi... If they brought Spider-Man in Sam Raimi to direct the swing scenes from Infinity War... Wait, what? I read that wrong. Oh, okay. Oh, I understand what you mean, man. It's like Sam Raimi shot them. Do you want to see Spider-Man have a rematch with Vulture in Far From Home? I think eventually he'll have a rematch with him, since they're going to be doing the Sinister Six. Do you like Spider-Man villain designs in Spider-Man PS4? I do, the Mental Gamer. We actually just talked about that. My favorite design so far has been Electro. Least favorite is the Scorpion. Fantastic Four movie looks like it takes place in 2016 and 2017. I guess. They made Batman vs. Spider-Man movie in the future. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. Well, cool. It would be cool, but I don't think it's gonna happen. When I talk too much, my mouth gets like dry and it just feels weird. Like even when I was giving my speech in my last class, it's a public speaking class. Oh no, it was just my mouth felt so weird after. Mr. Part Spider-Man PS4 theory doesn't make sense. It's a theory. It's not supposed to be right. I mean, you can agree that it's not right. It makes sense in the fact that Brian Intihar said that his favorite game was Spider-Man 2000. Favorite graphic novel of all time. Do the ultimate versions of the Spider-Man not do the volume versions of Ultimate Spider-Man count? Because if they do, I'm gonna have to go with the Venom story. If not, I'd go with Civil War or Infinity Gauntlet. I want to read the actual Flashpoint comic. Did you hear that they brought in the choreographer from Daredevil to help work in Far From Home? I did hear about that. I hope we get some good fighting scenes. That's another thing. I think you brought up what I want to see different. I want to see Spider-Man throw some hands. He didn't throw hands in the movie. Which I don't care, because like I just said, my favorite show is the 90s show, and he throws like one punch throughout like 6 seasons. But I definitely want to see him throw some hands in the movie. How would you make a Spider-Man movie for the MCU? That's a good question, dude. Cedric's in here. Thank you, Cedric. I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna hit you up later about something. Ooh, low power. What the fuck? I plugged my phone in. Let's see. If my phone dies, we can't stream anymore. Let me see. This is odd. Okay, it's charging, so that doesn't make sense. If it dies all of a sudden, it's because my phone died. I'm gonna go for probably like 10 more minutes, you guys, because I also want to record the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Episode 1 for you guys. It's not gonna be live, but I do want to record that today. I'll probably do the first 2 levels. And there is a twist in that. If y'all want to guess the twist, guess now, so I can shout you out in the first episode. Would you ever showcase your collection? Like comic collection? I could. You guys want me to? Or like any other like Spider-Man collection, like DVDs or something like that. I would do the comic collection. Because there's stores in my area that sell like old school comics from like the 70s, 80s for like, depending on what issue it is, you can get it for like $5. So it's pretty cheap. Have you watched the Spider-Man YTPs? Favorite one is Peter Parker Wants Pizza Time. There's some funny shit in there where Mr. Aziz is like, oh, you have to deliver 80 pizzas in 1 minute or else I will die. And then there's also a scene in there where he's talking to Doc Ock and he's like, are you sure you can stabilize the fusion reaction? And then Doc Ock is like, Peter, what have we been talking about for the last hour and a half? And Peter goes, I don't really know. That shit is funny. You guys watch that one. Do you think the Russo brothers did better in the MCU with Infinity War and Civil War? I do think the Russos understand Spider-Man a lot more. My favorite version of Spider-Man in the MCU so far has been in Infinity War. Ben Kingsley or Michael Keaton? Michael Keaton. Favorite Spider-Man artist is Mark Bagley. I love his art style. Alex Ross gave me my favorite suit, but like he doesn't really do like Spider-Man issues. He just does like covers and stuff and like movie concept art. But my favorite artist is Mark Bagley. The Ultimate Spider-Man comics are what I consider the main Spider-Man comics. When Norman Osborn is in the MCU, I want to see Dark Avengers. They could build towards that and do something like Masters of Evil with Zemo too. I haven't seen that one, Jeremy. My dog is snoring so loud right now. I don't know if y'all can hear her. Yeah, I know Hobgoblin was the plan. They changed it, I guess, to sell toys or something. I don't know. I gotta eat some lunch after this, yo. I got some popcorn chicken from my job. It's like a little like box of popcorn chicken you can get for like $1.50. And then after that, I'm gonna record The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I do like Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man. I saw on the Spider-Man PS4 Reddit that some guy wanted that suit in the game, but I don't think it's gonna be in the game because it's just another iteration of of the classic suit. It's just the way he draws it. Like even when I dropped the Spider-Man PS4 top 10 suits video all the way back then, I said honorable mention is the classic Spider-Man suit, and I was like, you don't need this in a top 10 list because it's guaranteed to be in the game. And for classic Spider-Man suit, I used like pictures of Ultimate Spider-Man, and then some guy commented, "Well, that's not the classic suit. That's the Ultimate suit." It's the same shit. It's just the way they draw it. That's like the Raimi suit is the classic suit. It's just another iteration of the suit. Same with the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Same with Spider-Man Homecoming, I guess. Flash Thompson in the Spider-Man movies, my favorite one. Probably the Homecoming one, because the Homecoming one, that's my favorite one. Maybe the Amazing Spider-Man 2 one after, because he was pretty funny. And they kind of made him like Spectacular Spider-Man, where he's not really a bully. I like that one. Oh shit, it's going fast. Yeah, I definitely want to see more Swinging Snooms. If James Franco played Spider-Man, he almost played Spider-Man. Oh yeah, Nick Fury in Far From Home. We didn't talk about that. So there's recent news that Nick Fury hinted at him being in Far From Home. I don't think I wouldn't put him in the film. Like I don't really see what Nick Fury could do with Spider-Man unless they're trying to make him like the new head of the Avengers or something. I don't know, man. It's just rumors right now. I'm not gonna make a video on it either. Tom Hardy as Venom. I like his Venom so far, Cedric. I definitely got to see the film. We got to see that shit. I don't know when, but we got to see that shit. I'm definitely day one, Cedric. We got to go see that, and maybe we could do a review or something. I don't know, but day one we got to see that. What would you have called Spider-Man Far From Home? I would have called it Spider-Man Aftermath because it's the first movie after Avengers 4, the first Phase 4 movie, and it would be dealing with it picks up right after Avengers 4. So it would be dealing with the aftermath of Infinity War and Avengers 4. So that's what I would have called it. To be honest, I miss the days when there was just solo Spider-Man films. Me too, Jeremy. Like the classic days when it was just the Raimi films, those were the days. But even back in the day, they were trying to do the Venom film with Topher Grace. They had it like they were working on it. At 12:45, I'm ending it. It's not fake, Tom. My dog is so loud right now, you guys. Can you hear? What else questions y'all got? You gotta hit me with the questions. Do you watch Doctor Who? I don't watch Doctor Who. I know it's pretty popular, but I don't watch it. I don't really watch a lot of TV unless it's like old TV shows, like sitcoms. Limited M&M hat. Nah, this is just the clothing brand. I think they had a Shady versus Everybody one for his tour, like when this song first came out. But this was a clothing brand before it was a song. Basically, the song is a commercial for this. They better get rid of the Stark reliance for MCU Spidey. I don't want him to be a fanboy anymore. They said he was going to be more mature in the film, so I definitely think they'll get rid of it. I don't watch any of those shows, Jeremy, but if I had to pick one, it would be Walking Dead. I watch some episodes of The Walking Dead. I'm just like not invested into shows like that. I don't know who that is, Wolf Cool, so I couldn't like give my opinion on it. Thoughts on FIFA World Cup Russia 2018? I don't know. Is Med still in here? I don't watch soccer. I watch the big four sports in America: hockey, basketball, football, and baseball. I'm a fan of all the Detroit teams. There's other teams I like, but I'm not a fan of them, you know? So, if Detroit had an MLS team, which they are talking about putting a team in Detroit, the owner of the Cavs, Dan Gilbert, he's from Detroit, and he's trying to get a soccer stadium built in downtown Detroit. So if they did put an MLS team in Detroit, I would start watching soccer. Thoughts on the World Cup though? I haven't paid attention to it. I would have. It's the World Cup, obviously the biggest sporting event, the biggest sporting event ever. So I would have watched it if I would have watched it if they put I would have watched it if the United States was in it. For some reason, a country with 300 million people, I don't know how big a soccer team is. They couldn't find 20 people that are good at soccer to get into the World Cup. Like, are you serious? A country of 300 million people? So I just have like no investment in the World Cup right now. I have been keeping up with the scores. I know like a week ago everybody was hyped because England won. I know England is playing Sweden right now. I know France is in the final already. I haven't watched any of the games. I've just been keeping up with ESPN on my phone with the notifications. I want to see England win because I like England. I want to see them win. I could not name a single player on the team, but I want to see them win this game. I like Sweden because I know in hockey, like Sweden's like probably the third best country for hockey. So I definitely want to see them. I don't care. Either country can win, in my opinion. There's a lot of Swedish players I like that play in the NHL. That's why. But my thought, I mean, do y'all really want me to talk about sports? I don't know. I know a lot of people like the World Cup, but if the U.S. was in it, I would have bought a jersey, which you can still get jerseys, but they're not in the World Cup. It's just odd to me that the U.S. didn't qualify for the World Cup. Like, you're telling me a country of 300 million people couldn't make a team of like 20, 30 people that are good enough to play soccer? And I even think last World Cup they were pretty good. So what happened? Wait, who's England playing? Who's England playing? I forgot. I fucked it up. Who's England playing? The only female spin-off Spider-Man film I really want to see is Silk, because she likes hockey and that's my favorite sport. Do you want to see Final Swinging and Far From Home? For sure. I want to see Final Swing. Opening credits and final swings are a tradition in Spider-Man films, thanks to Sam Raimi. Because in 2012, said, like when they were recasting Spider-Man for The Amazing Spider-Man before they casted Andrew Garfield, like it was like a forum. Somebody was like, they should do a race swap, and then people were like, oh, why don't they play? I'm not googling who England's against. You can tell me who England's against. But I have the notification. I know the game's today, or the match. I know that's today, so I'll be paying attention to it. I want England to win though. But it's because someone back all the way back then was like, oh, why don't they get a black person to play Spider-Man? And then somebody was like, oh yeah, Donald Glover, he's like Spider-Man, he could play him. And Miles Morales said, if you know who that is, he's got his movie coming out in December. The reason for that character is because everybody wanted Donald Glover to play Spider-Man. And even in the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, Donald Glover voiced Miles Morales. So the reason for that character is because of Donald Glover. I guess the unused suit. Let's Google who England's against. Miles Morales. Look up the trailer for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It comes out in December. If you want to see that, let me know. That's who they play at 2? Alright, I'll look into it. I thought they played Sweden. Oh no. Let's go England though. But Miles Morales is the Spider-Man that picks up in the Ultimate comics, because there are 2 main comics. He picks up after Peter Parker dies. And I think he's black and Latino. It might be Zero. They didn't cast Channing Tatum as the Joker. I actually saw news that the Joker film is greenlit and they casted someone. I have no idea who it is. Yeah, I do want to see Kong in the films. Maybe we'll see him in this film. I don't know. It might be the Spider-Man 1602 suit. I had a theory that it was going to be like a Spider-Verse pack, since Spider-Punk isn't Peter Parker. He's a different version of Peter Parker. I thought they would do Spider UK, since that would get a lot of pre-orders in the UK. And I also know Europe has a different edition of the game. They have like the limited edition that North America doesn't have. So like they could do that for pre-orders. And plus, Spider UK has never been in a Spider-Man game before. Favorite Spider-Man voice actor is Christopher Daniel Barnes. Yeah, that's who they play Payday. I just looked it up. Are they good at soccer or football, the other country? I don't know. I don't think he would be a good Spider-Man. He's kind of old, right? I want the Future Foundation suit in the game as long as they do the white version. The Amazing Spider-Man game, it had some alright alternate suits, but most of the suits were either black or gray. And for some reason, they made the Future Foundation suit, they made it black instead of white. I much prefer the white version. Do you think England is... I think they'll win. I saw a tweet somebody made where it was like, congratulations, France already won the World Cup. I don't know, we'll see. My teacher is from England, so... in my class right now, so maybe he'll cancel glass. Is it an all blue suit? Miles' suit is black and red. I don't think they're gonna take him out. I actually think like they're obligated to do like films. I actually think they can't get out of the contract, and if they do, there's gonna be legal trouble. I don't know anyone on the team. Favorite soccer player that I can name off my head is Tim Howard, the goalie for the USA team. That's the only soccer player I can name that's like on national teams. I don't watch like any of the Premier League or anything like that. I don't watch soccer. That's the thing. If Detroit had an MLS team, I would watch soccer. But until then, I don't watch it. I have no team. That's the thing. And my team didn't even qualify for the World Cup, my country. Is it an all blue suit? What do you mean, Seth? Like, in general, what suit? Where did you hear that news, Tom? Tell me the source. Maybe there is though, Lyrical, and there's the Spider-Man 2099 suit that's mostly blue. If that's the one you're talking about. There's like a Mexican Spider-Man that's new. I'm pretty sure he's Mexican, excuse me if I'm wrong, but he wears a blue suit. I don't like Parker Industries is alright. I don't like the new Spider-Man comics that much. I'd much rather read the Ultimate ones. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. The X-Mansion. Let me get some more water real quick. I'll end it in a minute, y'all. I'm gonna take a few more questions. I think the Twin Towers was supposed to be the montage scene. Like, you know, when he first becomes Spider-Man, I think that's what it was going to be. Yeah, Ultimate Alliance would be pretty cool. I actually don't like those games that much, Said. I'm just not good at RPGs. I know they brought Ultimate Peter back. What music do I listen to? I went over it at the start of the video, Jeremy. I don't know if you're here, but I listen to rap mostly. Specifically like old school stuff. I really like that. And like lyrical rap. Album I'm feeling right now, Daytona and The Book of Ryan. And Nasir. Those are my favorite albums right now. It might be. I don't think it's going to be a straight rip of the 2000 suit. Because basically the 2000 suit is just... Ooh, somebody unfollowed me on Instagram. But the 2000 suit, it's just the Spider-Man suit without the webbing. So we could see it. Who do you want to see in Spider-Man PS4? Like, what do you mean, Flaming? Like, what kind of characters? Like, villains, side characters, heroes? $12.50, I'm ending it. One of the original trailers for Spider-Man 2002 had him, like, stop a bank heist at the Twin Towers. But they pulled it from the theater because, They pulled it from the theater. There's a Spider-Hulk, Cedric. I don't know if there's a... Did it ever happen? I don't know. I mean, it sounds like it would have happened. There's a Spider-Hulk, though, and there's a Bruce Banner Spider-Man suit in, like, an alternate universe. I don't think the eyes are gonna move. You know, a lot of people are saying we're not gonna see the human spider suit because the way they animated the eyes. I don't know. I think the other suits, the eyes will move, but I think they confirmed something like the goggles for the Spider-Man Noir suit aren't gonna move or something like that. So if it is the Raimi suit, I hope the eyes don't move. I'm pretty sure they won't either. Is that true, Cosmic? I didn't know. That's pretty funny. In the recent Spider-Man show, I think he fought Marvel Spider-Man. I think he fought the Hulk. Hulk didn't even show up in the '90s show, right? And that's kind of strange because they had the Hulk animated series. Ending it in 3 minutes, y'all. I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of live streams. Deadpool versus Spidey. I have no idea, Cedric. I actually don't. They have their own comic series. I don't know if they still do it. But they did the hip-hop covers for Marvel, and the Deadpool and Spider-Man comic was paid in full. He fights Deadpool in Shattered Dimensions, and Spider-Man wins, obviously, because that's what you got to do for the progression in the game. Yeah, I think they're going to keep the eyes, because I think the eyes aren't just there for aesthetic. Like, he moves the eyes because he can't focus. Tom, what source do you have for that? Because I haven't heard anything about that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured. I've never seen him in there. Especially the Secret Wars episodes. He doesn't even take the Hulk. The new Spider-Man cartoon, I've only watched up to the Screwball episode, then I stopped watching it. And it's not because I thought the show was bad. I think they just stopped making episodes, or I couldn't find any episodes at that point, but I do like it. It's not like a great show, but it's better than Ultimate Spider-Man. There is some lessons in there like about responsibility and stuff. I don't like how every villain is science related. I think they're forcing it in there. The Vulture looks terrible in the show. He looks like a bug. Like the wings, he looks like a wasp. But I think it's an alright show. It's not as bad as people are making it. It's definitely not Spectacular Spider-Man or the '90s show, but it's an okay show. I gotta get caught up on the episodes though. Yeah, I think it would be pretty cool for Far From Home, especially like in Europe and stuff. He's doing all that stuff, the montage scene. The '60s show. I've seen some episodes of it, but I've never like watched it fully. One more minute, y'all. I don't know what you're talking about, Tom. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, but I just don't. You gotta elaborate. I want to play Uncharted. Aren't they doing a movie about Uncharted where Tom Holland is playing Nathan Drake? I'd see that movie. How would you make a Spider-Man cartoon? I can't get into it right now. I have plans for like if I did a Netflix series or something that I'll make future videos on, but when do you think they're gonna do Miles in the MCU? After 6 Spider-Man films, I would do Miles Morales as Spider-Man. See you later, Wolfcool. I appreciate it. Play The Last of Us 2. Okay, I'll get one more thing I'll discuss before I end it. The only other games I want to get for PS4 besides Spider-Man and MLB, obviously, because for some reason, sports game is console exclusive. I want to play Detroit Become Human. Spam a 1 in the chat if y'all want to see me play Detroit Become Human. And then I'll end the stream right there. See you later, awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Detroit is the only like other game I want right now. Play it. I probably won't make a big series out of it. I'll probably just stream it. Yeah, we got a 1 in the chat. Because this is the thing, though. Like, I can't just put other content on this channel because nobody's going to watch it. Like, I can't make, like, an album review on the channel right now because nobody's going to watch it. I don't have that type of clout right now. So I guess you guys do want to see me play it, so... I might not stream the entire thing. I'll probably, like, stream the first 2 parts, but... I should be buying a PS4 next week from like one of my only friends right now. So I should be buying it for $200, and I'm definitely gonna pick up Detroit Become Human. I'll do the test streams in there. I don't know about the X-Men really, but guys, I'm gonna end it right here. I'm gonna eat lunch, and then I'm gonna get into recording Amazing Spider-Man 2 replay. I might check out Uncharted said. I gotta see some gameplay footage or like you just tell me about it. But thank you guys so much for making this stream possible. Thank you for all the questions you asked, all the support y'all have given me. Anyone in real life that's been in the stream that knows me, thank you for the support. There's not a lot of people I know in person that want to support me like this. It's crazy that 1,000 people I don't know who don't owe me anything want to sit here and have me talk about stuff like this and share my opinions on stuff and review stuff though. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream. I'm about to record The Amazing Spider-Man 2 after I eat. Thank you, Meds, for sticking through. I really appreciate it. I don't know when the episode's going to be out. It might be out tomorrow, might be out today. But as always, y'all, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Follow my social medias. Later on in the day, I'm gonna link everybody's like names that ask questions over on Twitter. I'm gonna link them down below. So only the Twitter people though. I'm gonna link them down below. Thank you everyone on Twitter that answered the questions. If you're watching this and you weren't in here, thank you again for watching it. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys again in my next videos. There's gonna be some changes to the videos, not drastic changes, but I'm gonna redo the style I do videos probably, so you won't be seeing the same shit over and over again. So thank you guys. I'm out. Thank you so much.